What's up guys, it's Victoria from UnderVictoriaSpell, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some badass main female characters. This is a big collaboration from Bex from BecxReads. I'll make sure to link her down below. She invited all these awesome women to do this video. I'll have everybody's channels linked down below. Make sure to go check them out in their videos. I know I can't wait to watch every single one. I want to know their favorite badass heroines. So I'm very excited about today's video. So let's hop into my top 5 badass main female characters. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to talk about, I feel like I'm intrigued to see if this is going to be everybody's list, because this is a heroine that you see her entire growth journey, and that is Feyre from the ACOTAR series. You really see her turn into just this badass. I mean, not that she wasn't already whenever she, started the book in the first book, but Feyre really is just like true through and through. Such a great woman, such a great character, and definitely a badass. If you have not heard of ACOTAR, there is definitely something wrong with you, because it is amazing. It is a fantasy romance. It deals with the Fae, but what I really love about Feyre is she's a human, and she's kind of thrown into this world, and she doesn't want to be there. So you really see what she has gone through in her human life, going to a Fae life, and then trying to go after someone that she loves as she's a human. And it is just such a heartbreaking romance. It is so, like, it keeps you on your toes. But Feyre is so strong. She'll do anything for those that she loves, and she's very protective of them. So I just really adore her, and she was the first character that came to mind when I think of like who's a badass character, and I'm like, Feyre, of course, High Lady of the Night Court. She is my first pick. And the next badass woman that I want to talk about is one of my favorite series. You have seen me talk about the series so much, but now I'm getting to just talk about the main character of the series, and that is Ollie from Broken Bonds. I literally adore her. I think she goes through a really big journey as her series continues on, but I really admire her strength. And very similar to Feyre, she will do anything for those that she loves, and you really learn that story as you follow her character along. I think she is so, like, I feel like her and Feyre and all my other females that I'm going to talk about, they would get along so well because their morals are very simple, and I just think that they would be the best badass club that there is. But Ollie, you really see her in her journey as she's on the run from those after her and the ones that she's trying to protect, which is her bonds. So you really see all that she has gone through, and she's not only fighting that, she's fighting her bonds who don't understand what she has done to protect them. And I just love her story. I love her strength journey as she learns to become a fighter in this war that is going on. I really enjoy that journey, and her battle scenes are just epic, because if you've read the series, you know what her bond is like, and the bond in itself deserves its own little segment, because she is amazing, because she does not care. She will unalive anyone at any moment. So, but I really love Ollie. I would highly recommend the series. It is a why choose reverse harem story, so do know that before going in, but it is so good. And while we're still kind of in the fantasy realm, I need to talk about my third, like, badass female character, and this is from the same world, and that is Nesta. This is her book, A Court of Silver Flames. I had such a love-hate relationship with Nesta. I really did not like her going through the first few books, and I knew that this book was about her, and I was like, I'm gonna need a really big redemption story because she's just hateful and mean. And let me just tell you, this book did not disappoint. I already knew Nesta was a strong character. You kind of learn that just from the beginnings of the books and how she acts and her attitude. You really do learn that. But getting it in her perspective and learning her journey, it just made me admire her so much, and especially the journey that she becomes on to be an Illyrian warrior. I think it was so good. I loved that this had a lot of females in it and them training, and I just thought it was a very female empowerment book, as well as the fantasy and the backstory and the romance, like all of that. But really, this was just showing a strong female character, the ups and downs of going through what she had been through and fighting until she becomes who she's happy with at the end of the day. She's okay with herself and her family before her partner. And I just really, really love Nesta. She is a firecracker. I definitely think that she would be the problem child of my badass female characters, but I think that she would have the most fun too. So I really, really enjoyed Nesta. I can't wait to see her in the next ACOTAR book whenever it comes out, and just continue to see her grow and be happy, because she is amazing. And I also would not want to get in a fight with her because she intimidates me. And the next badass female character that I want to talk about is a little taboo and a little reverse harem, but I really love it, and that's Lana from the Mon F series. I freaking loved her. I have finally read the series. I read it last year, and I am obsessed with her, even though it's a serial killer romance and she's the serial killer, but I really love it. And I think she's such a badass. She really is, because you get to see her be smart and how she's taking revenge upon the people that have done her wrong. And I just think it's so good. It's so smart. And this is like one book where you're rooting for the serial killer, and you're like, what is wrong with me? But the best part about this book is the romance, and that is her new boyfriend is an FBI profiler, and her boyfriend is profiling the serial killer that is her, but he don't know that. And it's like a hot mess, but I love it. It adds to the angst, it adds to the suspense, and I just love that she has reinformed herself and how she is dealing with the people that have done her wrong. It is so good. If you have not read this series, you definitely need to. They're very quick reads. There's 5 books, but I think they're between like 100 and 200 pages. So good. And we're getting closer to the fall, so this is a perfect like romance murder mystery that you definitely need to tune into. And the last leading lady for my badass main female characters, I'm going completely contemporary. You know, I can't go one video without talking something small town. So this is gonna be my small town. But really, when I was making this list, I was like, this is like very realistic. You know, it's not fantasy, it's not all these things that can't happen. I really believe that there's so many people who have lived the story and who are like this. So I had to talk about Winter from Reckless. I really enjoyed this book. I enjoyed this story, the romance, but really Winter's journey just drew me in. I knew as soon as I found out that she was getting a book that I would fall in love with it, because you've seen Winter in the past books be really portrayed as the villain or very closed off and cold-hearted, but when you get her story, obviously you really understand all that she has done and why she has been the way that she has to protect her family. And I really just loved learning her backstory, but also seeing her strength in present day. I thought it was beautiful. This is, of course, a small town romance, one night stand, surprise slash kinda secret baby. It was fantastic to see Winter as a mom, and to see her love story with Theo is also amazing. But I just loved her journey. I feel like this is, so many people could relate to Winter and her story and her background with her family and her marriage that she was in, and now her being a single mom. I think so many people can relate to this, and it was such a good story, very wholesome. I read this so quickly. I loved it. Elsie Silver does not do our female characters wrong, and Winter is definitely my favorite badass main female character, aka badass mom. So loved her. And those are my 5 badass female main characters. If you count how many times I said badass in this, thank you. I would love a count down below. But really, overall, I think each of these females have so much in common, because they're very protective of their family and those that they love, and they'll do anything to protect them. I think all of their morals very much align together, no matter what world or what circumstance they are in. I love these ladies. I can't wait to find out more about a female characters. I'm gonna watch everybody's videos down below. Thank you so much, Bex, for inviting me to do this collab. It was absolutely so fun, and I can't wait to watch your video as well. But that's all that I have for today, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and let me know your favorite badass female main character down below. Bye, y'all.